Hey friends, I just finished recording episode 38 of my Anchored Not Anxious podcast, and it's all about uh, the mental and emotional pendulum that was going on up here and in my heart regarding a family situation. And I thought I'd just give a little bit of inside background story, but basically, I ended up using cognitive behavioral therapy because I had this belief that that person, those people needed to be okay in order for me to be okay. And what was happening was this pendulum. It would swing all the way to feeling incredibly empathetic, heartbroken for where they found themselves. And then it would swing all the way back to the evidence, like, but did it really have to happen? They heard, they saw, you know, and then it'd swing back to, yeah, but, you know, I just, I feel so badly. What can I do? I need to bear the responsibility. How can I fix this? And then it'd swing back into, you know, I can't. That's not, there should have been something done. There were choices. And then it'd swing back again to anger and so on. So, um, clearly that's what ended up causing my panic in the grocery store parking lot. And so eventually I made my way to professional counseling because I was trying to fix it myself and nothing was working, right? So I knew CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, would um, get me into a more balanced mindset. And one of the things that I had to do was figure out how, how was I going to be able to tolerate the uncertainty of that situation and separate myself from that in order for me to be okay, they had to be okay, right? Or vice versa. They had to be okay, and then I would be okay. That the responsibility piece, right? Where does that lie with me? What am I expected to do? How much should I do? Um, and then moving on from that, it would be finding the middle ground, right? Can't be clear over here with all that emotional turmoil, can't be over here. Um, you know, fact checking and saying that they could have done something about it. Um, and then being here in the middle where it's more of a wise mindset, right? So I can shift a little this way emotionally and shift a little bit that way with pragmaticism. That's a hard word. But trying to remain here anytime I thought about this situation. And it did help. And I talk about how 85% of the time that, whenever I think about that, I remain within this zone. So that is why I'm a huge proponent of CBT and the worksheets and, you know, and most of it is just writing things down, challenging your beliefs on either side, and trying to find that middle ground. In my situation, I couldn't do that rationally, right? Just too much was going on inside me. But after a few sessions of therapy, I was able to use the worksheets. And the fact of the matter is once you've learned that, you can apply that into other areas of your life and other situations and get yourself balanced before you start swinging back and forth. All right. Well, I think that's it for that. Remember, it's episode 38, Anchored Not Anxious podcast. Until next time,